next slide, because I think there's protocol-specific risks, but then there's also generic risks that are really trying to capture common attack behaviors. And so what we've done over the last few months is we analyzed attacks, many attacks that occurred in Web3. And what we identified is that an attack usually goes through these 4 stages: funding, preparation, exploration, and exploitation, and money laundering. So funding is really from an attacker's perspective, like what does the attacker do? And so funding, attacker first needs to have some funds to pay for transactions. Then they prepare an attack, and that could be deployment of an attacker smart contract. I actually just yesterday analyzed kind of exploits, and turns out that 40% of attacks involve a smart contract deployment by the attacker. Then they exploit the protocol, and then after they've stolen digital assets, they move into the money laundering stage. Changing tokens into native assets, and then using privacy protocols like Tornado Cash. And so I think these attacker behaviors, there's generic techniques underlying to each of these stages, provide yet another monitoring opportunity. So it's a little bit taking a step back from kind of the protocol specific and looking at generic attack behaviors that are consistent with the attack stages. And so my point is here that monitoring should not necessarily just monitor actions on the protocol, but there may be behaviors of the attacker prior to attacking a particular protocol that may be useful to identifying an attack early. So for instance, when the attacker deploys a smart contract, well, you could analyze whether that smart contract is likely to interact with a protocol based on static analysis or storage slot analysis. You can do that analysis, right? Like if the address of the protocol is contained in the contract that just got created, well, at least there's a contract that will interact with that particular protocol. Doesn't necessarily mean it's malicious, right? Obviously, there's many interactions with the protocol that are benign and desired, but it could give kind of that early signal. And so to have comprehensive monitoring on a protocol, we believe there is a layer that is protocol specific, but then there is also this layer that is more generic that looks at these attack stages.